Welcome back to JoyTube, a place where strong faith in God is nourished. Here we explain to you the ancient texts and biblical stories and how they affect and apply to you. Walking in God's way did not start with you. We saw many patriarchs of faith, what they did and how they lived to please God and the rewards they received from God. In this channel, we do the research to bring you facts both from the ancient texts and biblical stories that can help you in your Christian journey. Please subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss out on this epic journey. Today, we are looking at the untold story of Jael, the woman who took down a general and the modern lessons in courage and strategy. Let's dive in. Imagine a world where the underestimated rise to become the most powerful game changers. In the book of Judges, nestled between the legendary feats of Deborah and Barak, is a woman most people forget, Jael. But her story? It's straight up cinematic. Jael wasn't a warrior. She wasn't a judge. She wasn't royalty. But in one moment, she changed the course of history. And the way she did it, absolute masterclass in strategy and courage. Today, we're diving into her story and drawing powerful modern lessons about standing firm in the face of intimidation, making decisive moves, and why sometimes, the boldest warriors aren't on the battlefield, they're in the quiet places, waiting for their moment. Have you ever felt like you're overlooked? That you're just there, existing, but no one really notices your potential? That was Jael. She wasn't part of Israel's army. She wasn't in the fight. She was just a nomadic woman in a tent, married to a man who was neutral in the war. But when a powerful, ruthless general named Sisera fled the battlefield and ended up at her doorstep, she saw opportunity. Ever felt invisible? As the world keeps moving, and you're just there? You wake up, go through the motions, and feel like you don't matter, that your presence is insignificant. Maybe you're in a job where no one notices your effort. Maybe you're a student who fades into the background. Maybe you're unemployed and starting to believe you have nothing valuable to offer. But what if I told you? You are exactly where you're supposed to be? What if the very place you feel forgotten is actually where you are being prepared for something greater? Let's talk about Jael. She wasn't a queen. She wasn't a warrior. She wasn't famous. She was just there. A woman living in a tent. A life of routine. Forgotten in history, until her moment came. She didn't know that one day, a powerful general would come knocking at her door, exhausted, desperate, seeking shelter. She didn't know that one small decision, a decision no one expected from her, would change the course of history. Just like Jael, you might think you're ordinary. But what if you're actually in a position of divine strategy? Society says, if you don't have a high-status job, influence, or a big title, you don't matter. Reality, some of the greatest world changers were unknown before their defining moment. Society says, if you feel stuck, it means you're wasting time. Reality, being stuck is often where people grow the most. Diamonds form under pressure. Muscles strengthen under resistance. Society says, if you're not where you thought you'd be by now, you've failed. Reality, some people step into their purpose later in life. Some only realize their strength when an unexpected challenge comes their way. First, hidden doesn't mean useless. A janitor cleaning empty hallways at night? They are the reason the morning shift starts in a clean space. They hold the hidden power of order. A stay-at-home mom struggling to see her worth? She is shaping the next generation with every lesson, every hug, every sacrifice. An introverted, quiet person who always listens but rarely speaks? They hold the hidden power of wisdom, the ability to see what others overlook. Someone working a small job while dreaming of more? What you're learning now is preparing you for when your defining moment arrives. Jael was hidden in a tent. No one expected anything from her. But the unseen holds the greatest potential. And when her time came, she was ready. What this means for you. What if everything you're going through, the struggles, the doubts, the unnoticed effort, is shaping you for a moment of impact? What if you're developing the strength, the patience, the skills that you'll need when opportunity knocks? What if your role, no matter how small it seems, is a piece of something much bigger than you realize? You are not forgotten. You are not a mistake. You are not useless. You are in position. Stay ready. Your moment is coming. Comment below. Have you ever felt invisible or underestimated? How did you push through? What's one hidden strength you think you have that others might overlook? Drop a fire if you're claiming your hidden potential today. The power of strategic positioning. Sisera thought he was safe. Jael welcomed him with kindness. Gave him warm milk. Made him comfortable. She was strategically positioned. How often do we underestimate where we are? You're not just stuck in a situation, what if you're positioned for a moment of impact? Jael didn't need a title. She didn't need an army. She just needed the right moment. What if I told you that you are already in the right place for something great, right now? We often think opportunities come in big, flashy moments. A job offer. A business deal. A sudden breakthrough. But what if I told you that opportunities don't always appear as golden doors? They often look like ordinary moments that only the wise recognize. Jael wasn't waiting at a battlefield, sword in hand, looking for a fight. She was at home, doing what she did every day, living in what seemed like an uneventful existence. But when a high-ranking general, Sisera, showed up, running for his life, she recognized the moment. She didn't chase the opportunity, it came to her. And she knew exactly what to do. The problem? Most people miss their moments because opportunities don't always look like opportunities. They look like a challenge, a difficult boss, a tough situation, a sudden responsibility. A small assignment, doing something minor, something no one else wants to do. A random encounter, a conversation that sparks an idea, a connection that leads somewhere unexpected. A season of waiting, feeling stuck but actually being positioned to develop patience, skills, and wisdom. Jael's moment didn't come in an announcement, it came in a tired, fleeing general knocking on her tent door. She could have thought, "This is none of my business. I'm just a housewife, what can I do? Someone else will handle it." Instead, she realized, "This is my chance. This moment is bigger than it seems. This is why I am here." Look beyond the obvious. Opportunities often come wrapped in problems. The very thing frustrating you, a difficult job, an unfair situation, a closed door, could be positioning you for a breakthrough. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What is this preparing me for?" Example. That job rejection? Maybe it's pushing you towards something even greater. That extra workload? Maybe it's training you for leadership. That struggle? Maybe it's equipping you with resilience. Understand the power of where you are. Jael wasn't in a palace or a war room, she was at home, in her tent. Some of the biggest moments happen right where you are. Example. You think your 9 to 5 is just a job? Maybe it's a training ground for your dream business. You think your role is too small? Someone important is watching how you handle it. You think you're stuck? Maybe you're just planted, and you're growing even when you can't see it. A seed underground looks buried, but it's actually being positioned to grow. Be ready to move when the moment comes. Opportunities don't wait. When Sisera fell asleep, Jael acted. She didn't need permission. She didn't hesitate. She moved. Some people wait so long to be ready that by the time they make a move, the opportunity is gone. For example, someone offers you a chance to speak up, step up, or take a risk. Do you hesitate or take it? A job opening, a business idea, a new skill, are you ignoring it because it looks too small? When the door opens, will you be prepared or panicked? Your strategic positioning is already in motion, you might already be in the perfect place right now. What if what you see as ordinary is actually the stepping stone to something extraordinary? What if your boring job, your struggles, or your waiting season are actually preparing you for something you can't even imagine yet? Jael's story reminds us. You don't have to chase every opportunity. You don't have to force your moment. You just need to be ready, because when it comes, it won't wait for you. Look around. Your opportunity might already be knocking. Will you recognize it? Have you ever had a moment where you realized an unexpected situation was actually an opportunity? What's one area in your life where you might already be strategically positioned for something bigger? Drop a high voltage sign, if you're ready to recognize your moment. Sisera fell asleep, thinking he was safe. But Jael knew something the world didn't. Sometimes, victory comes from the unexpected places. She took a tent peg, an everyday, common item. She took a hammer, a tool, not a weapon. And in one swift move, she drove the peg through Sisera's head. Sisera, the mighty general, fell to an unnoticed woman. Deborah had prophesied, "The Lord will deliver Sisera into the hands of a woman." Everyone assumed she meant Deborah. But no one saw Jael coming. There are lessons to learn from Jael. Your position is not accidental. You may feel like a nobody, but your placement is strategic. Stay ready. Your moment will come. You don't need the world's weapons to win. Jael didn't have a sword, she used what she had. What's in your hands right now? A skill? A connection? A platform? Use it. Sometimes kindness is the ultimate strategy. Jael didn't fight with brute force. She used wisdom, timing, and an understanding of human nature. Power isn't always about volume, it's about precision. When your moment comes, ACT. Had Jael hesitated, history might have been different. How many times do we shrink back when opportunity knocks? Be bold. Take your shot. Are you ready for your Jael moment? Most people won't recognize your potential. Most will underestimate you. But God sees you, and when your moment comes, your impact will be undeniable. So, here's the question. What are you overlooking in your life that might be the key to your biggest breakthrough? Comment below. Have you ever had a moment where being in the right place at the right time changed everything? Let's talk about it. Please like, share and subscribe for more untold biblical stories with real-life modern power. Stay tuned, and thanks for watching. This is JoyTube signing out.